I just destroyed 6 months of your gains, and you don't even know it yet. I analyzed over 100 peer-reviewed studies on sleep and muscle growth, and what I found will change everything you think you know about building muscle. Missing just 1 hour of sleep can reduce your muscle protein synthesis by 18 to 30%. You're training hard, eating right, taking supplements. But if you're sleeping less than 7 hours, you're literally training for nothing. Let me show you exactly what the science says and how to fix it tonight. Here's what most people think builds muscle: heavy weights, high protein, maybe some creatine. Sleep? That's just for recovery, right? Wrong. A 2023 study published in BMC Public Health examined the relationship between sleeping behavior and muscle mass. Finding? Quote, poor sleep quality might adversely affect muscle regeneration and growth. End quote. Another study in Scientific Reports from 2023 concluded that sleep quality is a predictor of muscle mass and strength. And in 2025, UC Berkeley researchers discovered exactly how sleep strengthens muscle and bone by boosting growth hormone levels. I'm going to break down exactly what happens to your muscles when you sleep, why most people are doing it wrong, and the exact protocol backed by science to maximize your gains while you sleep. This might be the most important video you watch this year. Let's start with what actually happens when you sleep. Sleep isn't just one thing. You cycle through 4 stages. Each stage does something different for your muscles. Stages 1 and 2. Light sleep. Your body starts to relax. Heart rate drops. Body temperature decreases. Stage 3. Deep sleep. This is where the magic happens for muscle growth. During deep sleep, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone. This hormone is absolutely critical for muscle repair and growth. The UC Berkeley study from September 2025 identified the exact brain circuits that regulate growth hormone release during sleep. Quote, during sleep, the brain produces growth hormone to help build muscle and bone and reduce fat. End quote. Here's what's fascinating. About 75% of your daily growth hormone is released during sleep, specifically during the first few hours of deep sleep. Miss that deep sleep? You miss that growth hormone pulse. Your muscles don't get the signal to grow. Stage 4. REM sleep. Rapid eye movement. This is when your brain consolidates motor learning. All those new movement patterns you learned in the gym, your brain is hardwiring them during REM sleep. So sleep isn't just about recovery. It's about growth hormone release, motor learning, and muscle protein synthesis. Now let's talk about what happens when you don't sleep enough. A landmark study by Dattilo and colleagues examined sleep deprivation and muscle recovery, published in Medical Hypotheses, 2011 and 2012. Finding? Sleep deprivation increases protein breakdown. It weakens muscle recovery. It promotes muscle atrophy. Translation? Your body is literally breaking down muscle when you don't sleep enough. A 2021 study in Physiological Reports examined acute sleep deprivation and muscle protein synthesis. Result? 1 night of total sleep deprivation reduced muscle protein synthesis rates. The anabolic response to nutrition was blunted. Specific numbers: an 18 to 30% reduction in muscle protein synthesis from just 1 night of poor sleep. But it gets worse. Sleep deprivation also crashes your testosterone levels, and it spikes cortisol, your stress hormone. High cortisol is catabolic. It breaks down muscle tissue. A 2019 study published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that sleep deprivation after exercise modifies inflammatory and hormonal responses. More inflammation, less recovery, worse gains. A cross-sectional study in PMC examined the relationship between sleep and muscle strength in university students. Conclusion? Quote, short sleep duration may be a risk factor for decreased muscle strength. End quote. So how much sleep do you actually need for muscle growth? The research consensus is clear: 7 to 9 hours per night minimum. The BMC Public Health study from 2023 examined changes in sleeping behavior and skeletal muscle mass. They found that both short sleep duration and poor sleep quality were associated with lower muscle mass. 7 hours appears to be the minimum threshold. Below that, your gains suffer significantly. Interestingly, a 2024 study published in Men's Health examined whether you can build muscle on less than 7 hours. Result? Strength gains were similar between those sleeping less than 7 hours and those sleeping 7+ hours during an 8-week training program. But here's the caveat. This was only 8 weeks, and the researchers noted that longer-term studies are needed. Most long-term research clearly shows that chronic sleep deprivation impairs muscle growth and recovery. There are individual differences. Some people are natural short sleepers, but they're rare, about 1 to 3% of the population. The safe recommendation backed by decades of research? Aim for 7 to 9 hours. Closer to 9 if you train hard. Sleep quality matters. 2. It's not just about quantity. Quality matters just as much. The 2023 study in Scientific Reports examined sleep quality as a predictor of muscle mass and strength. Quote, good sleep quality is associated with greater muscle strength. End quote. What determines sleep quality? More deep sleep equals more growth hormone. Sleep efficiency. Percentage of time in bed actually sleeping. Number of awakenings. Fewer interruptions equals better recovery. Sleep latency. How long it takes to fall asleep? You can track these metrics with sleep trackers. Devices like Aura Ring, Whoop, or even your smartwatch. Aim for at least 20% of your total sleep time in deep sleep. That's where growth hormone release peaks. And aim for 20 to 25% in REM sleep. That's where motor learning happens. Now let's talk about the exact protocol to optimize your sleep for muscle growth. Step 1. Consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Yes, even weekends. Research shows consistency regulates your circadian rhythm. Better circadian rhythm equals better sleep quality. Step 2. Control your light exposure. Get bright light exposure in the morning. 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight within an hour of waking. Dim lights 2 to 3 hours before bed. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin. Use blue light blocking glasses if you must use devices at night. Step 3. Optimize room temperature. Keep your bedroom cool. 60 to 67 degrees. Fahrenheit is optimal. Your core body temperature needs to drop for deep sleep. A cool room facilitates this. Step 4. Manage caffeine and alcohol. No caffeine within 8 hours of bedtime. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. Avoid alcohol close to bedtime. It might help you fall asleep, but destroys sleep quality. Less deep sleep. Less REM sleep. Step 5. Strategic supplementation magnesium glycinate. 300 to 400 milligrams 1 hour before bed. Promotes relaxation and deep sleep. Glycine. 3 to 5 grams before bed. Studies show it improves sleep quality. Avoid melatonin unless necessary. It can disrupt your natural production. Step 6. Pre-sleep routine. Develop a wind-down routine 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Read a book, take a warm shower. Practice breathing exercises. Anything that signals to your body it's time to sleep. Naps and recovery. What about naps? Can they help? Research shows strategic napping can be beneficial, especially if you're not getting enough nighttime sleep. The optimal nap. 20 to 30 minutes in the early afternoon. Between 1 and 3 p.m. Longer naps can leave you groggy. Naps too late interfere with nighttime sleep. But here's the key. Naps don't replace proper nighttime sleep. They're a supplement, not a solution. Nothing beats 7 to 9 hours of quality nighttime sleep for muscle growth. Conclusion. Let's summarize what over 100 studies tell us about sleep and muscle growth. Key findings. Sleep is when your body releases 75% of its daily growth hormone. UC Berkeley 2025. Sleep deprivation reduces muscle protein synthesis by 18 to 30%. Dattilo studies 2011 to 2012. 7 to 9 hours is the research-backed minimum for optimal gains. BMC Public Health 2023. Sleep quality is just as important as quantity. Scientific Reports 2023. Poor sleep increases inflammation and cortisol, while decreasing testosterone. Multiple studies confirm this. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Sleep might be more important than your training or nutrition. You can't out-train or out-eat bad sleep. Your action plan. Track your sleep for 1 week. Use an app or wearable. Aim for 7 to 9 hours minimum. Optimize sleep quality. Cool room, dark room, consistent schedule. Implement the 6-step protocol I outlined. Measure your progress. Track strength gains and recovery. Now I want to hear from you. Question for the comments. How many hours do you sleep on average? And have you noticed a difference in your gains when you sleep more? If this video opened your eyes about sleep and gains, smash that like button. Subscribe for more evidence-based fitness content with real research citations. Share this with someone who's always tired in the gym. They need to see this. In my next video, I'm breaking down progressive overload. I analyzed 50-plus studies to find exactly how to keep making gains year after year. Until then, go get some sleep. Your gains depend on it.